Hey guys, it is Friday. Time for the end of the week wrap up. It has been one crazy week. Again, my compressor takes a dump. And fortunately, the guys over at Preventive Maintenance got us up and running. Took a couple of days though. But, been working on Bob's truck. Still fighting the steering. Trying to get our angles right to get that to work. We kind of went to a double joint, get a little better of an angle into the steering. So got it all worked out now. I just got to put it back together. So probably next week we'll have a steering column and everything in this one. So we got that wrapped up. Worked on the Suburban. Now, we finished up the Raptor liner. You saw that last week, so started putting the suspension in. So he chose to use a QA1 upper and lower tubular arm coilover kit. This kit is badass. I gotta tell you, of all the different coilover kits and tubular arms I've used, this is probably one of the best quality kits I've used in a very long time. I will do another video specifically on this C10 system, so stay tuned for that. But for right now, I just want to show you we got the suspension all in it, so the whole front's done. Relocated the steering box and went from manual to power. The 65s never came with power steering. They didn't start putting power steering in Suburbans until, or actually any C10 until 68. So we converted that to power steering. Rear, we've gone through the rear and put a coilover kit back here as well. Again, QA1 kit. This kit is just badass. I will do a really in-depth detail on this, just so you can see it. But we did find some things that I got to get a hold of and fix. Right here, this A-arm, you can see the crack in it, which is apparently a pretty common problem with these, I'm finding out. So I'm going to straighten that up and weld it. Got one on the other side as well. So we'll go ahead and take care of those. And another thing I want to show you, we had started cleaning up the U-bolts to reuse them, because there's nothing wrong with them, they're fine. Look at this, where that had been weared against the lower plates. So it just about cut clean through almost both of them. So I got a set of these coming. I'm going to go ahead and replace those. Not going to take any chances with that. And as I showed you last week, we had gotten all that, all the little parts painted. Junior's been diligently working on getting everything wet sanded and opened up. So this is all completely wet sanded and opened up, and got all the orange peel taken out of it. He as well started on the Firebird. So what we like to do is, after they've sat for any kind of time, we'll wet sand them, get them opened up, open up the pores, allows them to outgas and breathe, and starts getting some of the vapors out of it, which will let them dry quicker. Also started on some of the Suburban parts. So Junior's been a wet sanding fool this week. But next week we will probably get some of the firewall things done. The motor is at the machinist. Brought him some parts yesterday. Transmission is at the transmission shop, so we should be getting that in a couple of weeks as well. So this should start making some headway. And the CUDA we're still waiting for some parts on. But like I said, meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and finish wet sand and buffing. We get those doors buffed out, and then I can start putting everything inside of them. So, you know, get some of the glass set up for it. So making headway. We did get the leaf springs in. Got those painted. We painted those in a cast gray to match the front end. And I'm going to take a airbrush and put a little bluing on them to give it that blue that you get from a weld, because that's the way the front suspension is. He kind of wants to make it appear to be raw and original, but it's going to be a cast gray color. But as usual, you guys have a good weekend. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate the support, and we will see you next week.
And have a happy 4th of July. Y'all be safe.
Absolutely.